Start the damn video.
Okay. All right, welcome to this week's video. It was a little bit of a roller coaster week. I was a few videos in and I was just like, you know what, we're gonna do a week in the life. I'm gonna film every day, all day. I'm gonna document everything. Everything I do is cool. And halfway through the week, I was like, man, it's a big taper week for me. It was more of a deload week. I was not doing really any strength, any intensity. I did 2 small running workouts that I didn't even take my phone with me because there was nothing flashy about it. I wanted to make a video about what I would do leading up to a race. And like my 5K speed is not that impressive to where it's like, why would you want to watch this kind of moderate 5K effort in the week leading up to it? So I will sprinkle in some footage throughout the week, but I just kind of want to make this video more around kind of Friday, Saturday, Sunday. As Friday, I got some good content about kind of what I was going to eat the day before the race, just getting good rest, a little easy shakeout, kind of got a lot of work done that day. And then Saturday, we executed well on the 5K. We got a good long run. It was a full 9-mile day for me on Saturday. We ran 18:50 for the 5K, head over to Geneseo, got to watch/ref my daughter's soccer game. That's like the 3rd week in a row we haven't had a ref. So instead of me getting some good like soccer content, I actually had to step in and ref. And then today we're right back in the gym. It felt good. It also felt good to take a week away from the gym as allow my body to absorb all the strength and fitness and adaptation that I had done the last like 6-7 weeks. And that is something that I never really did in 2023. I really would just overload all the time up until race day. And that just wasn't what I needed to do. And I'm really loving the work recovery schedule that I'm creating. And I can feel it. I can feel it in every aspect of life. I can feel it mentally, socially, physically, athletically, and it works. So hopefully I can give you guys some information over the course of this video. I will add a couple clips where I do talk about like I stop on last week's 9-mile run and I kind of talk about some topics on like sobriety and some things that I had to kind of have little flashbacks. I'm having little flashbacks now that I'm making this channel as like, again, I am 3.5 years sober. So there are some things in my mind that I've kind of over time like forgot about a little bit. So as I've made this channel, I've kind of starting to have more days where I'm remembering things and trying to come up with ideas like for next videos. Like, oh man, I remember that. And like not forgetting that. I don't want to forget those things. So this is also a very valuable tool for me on the YouTube side, as I hope I can create it for you, where it's never really forget where you came from, but like that not defining me. So as I'm getting better and better and better, I sometimes have days where I'm like, oh man, I just can't do this. I'm like, well, you got to remember where you started. So being my own self-motivation, today the camera, the YouTube channel was definitely my accountability, as wherever this video goes in the video, wherever this clip goes in the video, will be kind of based around like the beginning or ending of today's workout, which was a big one. So let's get the video started. Again, thanks for watching. Give me a like, give me a comment, give me a subscribe. And yeah, we're 8 weeks out from Chicago. Today is 8 weeks. Super stoked. Again, like I said, it is time to start stacking up the work. So I'm going to drink this coffee. I'm going to chill out on this beautiful patio and enjoy this beautiful, beautiful East Village, Davenport, Iowa Sunday. You ready? Yeah. And okay, workout is done. You have fun? Yep. Yeah. Took her bike. Workout today was kind of like an open house. We posted on our social media that it was open for anyone to come down, check us out. Check out our new location. Meet some of the members. Meet some of the coaches. We did a 90-second on, 90-second off workout with a little bit of conditioning on the ski erg afterwards. After that, we did about a 1K ruck down to a little local bar and grill. What do you guys say about that?
I don't know.
That's good. What do you got going on today?
I had 2 soccer games.
Yeah. Who plays after your soccer game?
The Hawkeyes.
Who do they play?
Iowa State.
Boo! Okay, so another road bump in the filming world, editing world. A lot of my content I filmed earlier this morning, which is Saturday, September 7th. The mic wasn't turned up. So a lot of my gym footage today of our Angry Unicorn games did not have any audio. So I probably will most likely put some music over that. But Greg and I got up early today, head down to the gym. We had a fun little community workout. We had a bunch of new faces. And then after that workout, we all grabbed a sandbag. We rucked our way down to a place called Ruby's. Those guys played a bunch of sand volleyball. Reagan and I actually head back to the gym, head home, got cleaned up, headed to her 2 back-to-back doubleheader soccer games. It was beautiful. The girls are really starting to kind of sync together. A lot of them, it's their first year playing like competitive or travel or 7-on-7. So they are really starting to sync the game together. Then we head home, and we unfortunately had to watch the Iowa State Cyclones beat up on the Iowa Hawkeyes, but it is what it is, always next year. And now we're going to head downtown to see Beetlejuice 2 at a really cool bar called the Last Picture House, which is I think they have 3 movie theaters, one of them being a rooftop, but I think tonight we're going to be on the inside watching Beetlejuice 2. So let's head downtown, get some snacks, get some slushies. What do you think? You gonna get a slushie? Yeah, I'm gonna get a Mountain Dew. Yeah, and then we're gonna hit the bed early tonight because we got soccer again tomorrow. What?
Almost there.
You excited?
Winter.
Did you like the movie? Yeah. Oh, I thought it was good. Okay.
7-hour baby shift is officially over, technically from 3 a.m. to 10 a.m. And today she woke up at 4, unfortunately. She's been sleeping through the night.
Okay, just left Reagan's third soccer game of the weekend. They got the W. They actually finished. They tied the game up 2-2 with about 2 minutes left, maybe even like a minute. And our offensive net had a little hole in it in the back right corner, and we took a shot on goal. And a lot of us thought, like, I think that went in, and the ref went up and saw the hole in the net, and the coaches agreed that it did go in. So we got a little 3-2 victory today. That was awesome. I just dropped her off down the street at the trampoline park for a birthday party with one of her girlfriends from school. So that is going to open up me a little window to go get my long run in. We got 9 miles on the schedule today. It is Sunday, September 8th. And it is another beautiful day here in Davenport, Iowa. We do have a little bit of another heat wave coming through. It's going to get back like into the 90s. We never really see the highest temperatures, but we in the Midwest deal with humidity. So it gets very thick out there. So going to take advantage of getting my long run in today. Next Saturday, a week from yesterday, we are going to jump in another local 5K. This one is extremely flat. This one is kind of recommended by my coach as one that we're going to kind of use as like a baseline. Again, I hired a coach to help me with my 5K time. Doesn't mean I'm out here trying to get a 5K PR. I'm just trying to stack the workouts that are going to get me a little bit higher volume. Even though last year I was training for Hyrox, I'm training for an 8K race. My 5K training volume is going to get higher than what I did last year. So if I can just stack on some aerobic volume in the gym on top of my 5K training plan, which is going to get me up to probably right at my peak, is going to be about 40 miles a week. And I know I've had a whole year of doing the triathlon stuff and just spending more time building my foundation, that 40 miles a week plus gym time is going to be sustainable for me. I didn't take these short steps. I didn't try to weasel my way and maybe risk injury of going from like 18 miles a week up to 40. Listening to my coach, staying in the prescribed pacing, and just trusting the process. And honestly, if Chicago doesn't go as good as I hope it does, we got another race in 4.5 months after that. It's just respecting the race. It's respecting the process, and knowing that just because you train for 16 weeks doesn't mean it's going to go exactly how you want on race day. And I was kind of complaining about how Hyrox doesn't have a whole lot of USA dates. Well, you got to kind of look at it as like the marathon. Like if there was 4 marathons in your hometown in a matter of 3 months, like you wouldn't run all of them. No, your body wouldn't allow that to happen. So looking at Hyrox is more of like a marathon. And hey, you know what, man? If there's 3 opportunities a year, let's try to get in 2 of them. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to go Hyrox Chicago in November, and we're going to go Hyrox Las Vegas at the end of February, I believe. So February 28th or something like that. So yeah, plenty of time to recover, adjust, and just keep stacking volume and just get better and quicker and stronger. And so going to head home, get hydrated, and hit a 9-mile run. Probably won't take any footage of that. It's going to be slow, flat, boring, but it's a very important workout. And yeah, probably just throw on the Running Public podcast and get it done. All right, we are halfway through the run. Just hit the little Bettendorf Lagoon here in the area. There's tons of people out here fishing. We got a nice little catch and release pond here. This is actually the meetup area for our Fleet Feet Youth How to Run program that the city of Bettendorf Parks and Rec and Fleet Feet have asked me to help be a coach for. And it's just another one of those things that like I've got to always reflect on and remember, like I would have never gotten asked that 5-6 years ago. But in my head, like that was my vision, that was my goal. Like I was seeing other people that I had gone to high school with and college with and like kind of grew up with, and like they kind of more pursued the role in coaching and youth sports and fitness and staying athletic. And I'm still like just very, very, very grateful that I was able to kind of overcome that alcohol and depression, as well as before I even got certified in anything, before I even got better at any of this. Just getting sober. My gym and Fleet Feet Run Club and the owners of Fleet Feet and the coaches, those were the people that just, they didn't care about any of that. They didn't care about any of the, what I had done, how much I used to drink, how much I used to party. Like they they brought me in with open arms, and, as well as like the entire running community does, and the health and fitness. And I used to just be that person that would go to the YMCA and I would just walk around just full of anxiety. I'm like, I'm terrified to just even try to work out in front of anybody, because like in my brain, no one in there was welcoming, and that's just not the case. And I've seen so many people that have pushed off joining a group for the sake of thinking that like you're going to be the weakest link and you're going to be slowing people down. And I can just tell you that is so far from the truth. And now I talk to my friends that are fast forward 9 months, they finally pitched in, they joined the group, they committed to it, they've made 20 friends, they did their first marathon, and now they don't ever run without the group. And it's just like, look how much time you wasted getting in your own way. So very grateful for our local running community, very grateful for my gym and the people that guided me, and now I'm in a position to guide. So when I look back at like just being invited to like help coach this small youth run group, like that's something that I'll never take for granted and I'll never forget. So obviously when it comes to running, the emotions start flowing, which is one thing I love about it, because it's better than sitting in your room in a dark place, letting your brains and your thoughts just wander and control you. So even though I might talk a lot on my vlogs, it's a way for me to hopefully help people get out of their own way. So I'm going to get back in my way, if that makes any sense, and start my watch. And got 4.5 miles back home. Let's go. All right, I just got to the race location. It is such a cool loop down here. I wish we had more races down here. This is actually a part of our river that floods often. So I'm not sure if this is a reschedule. I know this company has had races in the past that's had to be rescheduled due to it being flooded. Happens every summer, unfortunately. So once, or probably like more like late spring. Anyway, just got down to the the location. Yeah, just very historical. But this whole week, I coached a lot of morning classes, and it was like 50 degrees in the morning. It was sweatpants, it was hoodie weather, and I was like, perfect. It's going to be really cool this Saturday morning, even though the highs are still like in the high 80s, mid 80s. The humidity is definitely starting to drop a little bit, but not in the morning. So yesterday, walked out of my house to coach at 5 a.m. and I'm like, oh man, it's humid. You can feel the air. And that's the same case today. I walked outside and it's like, it's going to be probably going to be a shirt off kind of race. I mean, it's 7:01. The race starts in an hour, and you can feel the heat in the air. So, but it's a beautiful day. We're still going to race. And there's one important thing about, like, as sobriety kind of more fades behind me and like the struggle of alcohol kind of fades behind me, like years down the road, racing and fitness was kind of one of those things that I like replaced my time with. And it was something that really motivated me. Like when races kind of got bad and ugly, and like I was able to go into a place in my mind where I was like, you can do this. Like, just think about where you used to be. Just think about how like this will never be as bad as all the days you woke up wishing you never drank again. And now we're 3.5 years down the road, and like my mindset isn't there anymore. So like now, like when I have good races, it's simply because of the training I put in. And do you want to do this? And pulling into the parking lot today, I was like, okay, like I'm getting the tingles in my legs, like my chest, like I feel like my resting heart rate's kind of picking up. And like, just remember, like, you're fucking alive. You want to race. Today doesn't matter. Today doesn't define you. I'm racing with good people today. It's a beautiful day. And after this, I get to go spend the whole day at a soccer complex, watch my kid play soccer. And that is something that she is really starting to put a lot of effort in. And I think it's a little bit for me and a lot of it for her. And we're just really starting to grow a new relationship with sports and pushing ourselves and showing how practice and conditioning and eating good food and staying hydrated and good sleep and all these things kind of roll over into like a successful day. So gonna get warmed up, and today's also going to be kind of more treated like my long run. So it's going to be about a 2.5 mile warm up, and then we'll run the race. And then he's got me doing a 3 to 4 mile cool down if I had the time, because Reagan plays at 10:30, about 25 minutes away. So anyway, I'm going to get out of the car, get loosened up. Let's roll. Shake the hair. But I just had to stop over here. I always forget how like kind of creepy and cool this place is. Like I said, it's just one big loop. There used to be a golf course back here back in the day, and then it's just basically just an old battlefield. Just an old battlefield. A lot of stuff is kind of dead back here. Everything's pretty grimy, but didn't care about the music. Climb up. All right, warm up is done. We're at 2 miles, about 17.5 minutes, just kind of slogging it around. Got my babe, number 25. How's the vlog? I'm vlogging. Hi vlog. Hi vlog. Hi vlog. Are you drinking? Don't yell at me. All right, race is over. It was a little sticky outside. It was a little humid. Sun's out, obviously, as you can see. It's beating on us pretty good. And when you're raising your volume in look at that. When you're raising your volume in running and in the gym, you'll take anything you can get to help you out. So that's like a nice, cool, cloudy day. Like the conditions are sometimes just as important, or they're going to make or break your race strategy. And sometimes you just got to change your strategy just kind of based on the conditions. Because even though this was a race and we were supposed to push a little bit, I think I was still supposed to label it more as like a workout, and no more this like continuously like go out and make every single race like an A race, because you're probably just never going to get the results that you're hoping. So it's good to race. I love racing, but like label them as like, okay, this one is more of like a C race. I'm going to chill out a little bit and just kind of look at this race as a workout, and just work on my pacing, work on my stride, work on my kick. Start finding things about yourself out in a race, other than just like go out fast and try to hold on. So it's kind of what we did today. The goal today was to go out at 6:10, even though this was a smaller race. I think there's like, hi bud. Even though this was a smaller race, I mean, there's probably like, I don't know, 150, 200 people in here. I don't know. There was very good runners. So Running Wild is a local run store. They were like a co-host of this race. And they've got some serious runners. Now, I also know a lot of them are more marathon training right now. And so that for me is a good thing, because none of them were really out here trying to PR their 5K. So there are some girls on their squad that I know have like 18, 15 5Ks. And I don't think today was their goal. It's probably more like just sub 19. So we were about a quarter mile in, and my coach wanted me to go out like 6:10, 6:15. And of course, like 6:15 out by yourself feels quick for me at least. But when you're at the start line of a race with a bunch of elites and stuff like that, like 6:15 is going to feel like a jog. And we went through the first like quarter mile at like 5:40 pace, and luckily Kelsey was like, hey, like we all need to chill out a little bit. And even chilling out, we went through mile 1 at 6 flat, and that was okay. But there's a slight incline in the back. I mean, it's very minimal, but enough for me to feel like a mile and a half. And I hit the second water station at like mile 2, and I was hurting pretty bad. But I'm very proud of how I finished. Kelsey and another girl were right in front of me, and I was able to kind of catch them in the last half mile. And wasn't a PR day. I saw in the last quarter mile, I was going to have to probably run like a 65-second 400 in order to probably get my PR. And I think I ran like 75 seconds or 80 seconds in my last 400. But I came through at 18:50, and I'm still going to hit a pretty high mileage week for myself. All right. Good morning. It is Sunday, September 15th. Wrap the video up on this day for sure. This Greek yogurt, this is the salted caramel flavor. It's incredible. Let's pour that bad boy on there. Maple syrup. So just a tab of that. And that's it.
Let's do it. So I almost always do my runs in the morning. So today we got 10 miles, so let's go.
Workout is complete. That was tough. Again, that was 2 rounds, 30 cal echo bike, 30 cal assault bike, air bike, whatever you got, into a 1,200 meter run, straight into a 1,200 meter ski, into a 1,200 meter run, into a 40 meter sled pull, 1,200 meter run. I rested 3.5 minutes. I just wanted to make sure that I was bringing my heart rate all the way back down to when we started again. And then I repeated that all one more time. Honestly, like the runs just were really uncomfortable because it's so hot. I mean, it's got to be closer to 90 today, and it was just getting really warm. And that's okay. I just stayed in, and that's what I just tell myself. I'm like, I'd get a 400 meter loop in. I'm like, all right, now you just got 800. You get 800 in. All right, you just got one more loop around the gym. The only thing I noticed, my heart rate kept going up on the back half of every run, and it's because the first alley is downhill and the second alley is uphill. And I was like, okay, it's not substantial, but it's enough to feel the incline. And so every time I was going back into the gym, I was coming off a decent incline, and 720 pace, 715 pace for me is not that much, but like going uphill back into the gym, coming off the station, like and the heat and the sun, like it all kind of played its course into like getting me sometimes outside of that aerobic zone that I was trying to stay in. But overall, 5.25 miles with the warm up. I could just cool down on the bike. I just didn't really feel like running much more, and that's okay. But 5.25 miles, the whole workout with the warm up took me an hour and 6 minutes. So feeling good. I'm going to wrap it up here. I'm going to head home. I'm going to get some protein in me. One of my favorite post big efforts, just a nice ice cold can of Coca-Cola. I don't care. I probably burned over 1,100 calories in that gym today. I'm going to go home, get cleaned up, get to editing, and yeah, kind of just wrap up my weekend.